Hello everyone, I'm Salad, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. We're here for Case 4, and I am doomed. I am completely screwed. I don't know what the heck is going on in this case. I don't know who did what. I thought things were simple at the start, but things are definitely not simple at all. I don't know what the thing that Nagito found out. What is the secret between the layout of this whole area? What does maybe the center part rotates? Maybe it's an elevator because we can't see the top. Is that supposed to be relevant somehow that we can't see the top of it? Or maybe everything rotates and the center part's the only thing that stays still. Maybe Nekomaru killed himself, or maybe he was just in sleep mode and somebody took advantage of that to make it look like he tried to kill himself. Or maybe he did try to kill himself, but he failed, and then somebody else finished him off afterwards. Point is, I have no idea. I have no idea what is right, what is wrong. I don't get it. So I'm going into this not really having much of a clue as to where it's going to go. Who was the culprit? Was there even a culprit? How did the murder happen? What is the secret behind the grape house and the strawberry house? I don't know any of that. And I was not able to figure any of it out in the course of the investigation. All I know is people were messing with the times and the center room is weird. That's basically all I got. So we're just gonna start this, and we're gonna hope that I can figure things out as they go and not fail too badly. So yeah, I think we're ready, right? Let's just go into the 4th class trial.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Yep, as usual, we've got our regular old explanation.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Mm-hmm.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Yes, thank you for reminding us,
I'm
Monokuma.
sure you guys are
We had forgotten.
starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch.
Ooh.
Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Well, I've already...
I'm not the main ingredient, right?
Poor Monami. Well, fortunately, I've already eaten today, so I'm good. I'm not gonna be hungry.
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
Okay, why are you the first one to speak? She was the one who was trying to be all suspicious. You're here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect you. Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
You're gonna be the one who avenges him. Okay.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Okay.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Yeah, don't draw attention to it. Let's move on quickly.
Why don't we try going over the
Yes,
incident?
thank you, Fuyiko. Put us back on track.
We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
Mm-hmm.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
Alright. Or so you thought.
I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there.
Mm-hmm.
Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that
We were
early in the
supposed to
morning?
meet up. What else are you talking about?
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
I'm just saying you can't do the splits? Isn't she the ultimate gymnast? Huh?
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
Mm-hmm.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously.
Yeah, Akane just suddenly rushed over. That's kind of the weird thing, that she just suddenly appeared there right after we all discovered the body.
As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer.
Yeah, Akane wants to just get straight to business.
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
Yeah, I guess if you didn't know about the whole teleporting thing, which I still don't understand how that works, then you would say that, yes.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry
Oh,
House
she said
dudes.
Strawberry House. No, I was gonna say if you didn't know about the teleporting ability, Grape House would be the one you would assume. Why would she think Strawberry House? So I guess we're going to now prove that it was actually somebody from Grape House, and then we'll later disprove that as well. Okay.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here.
Apparently.
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Yeah. Chalky is always reliable.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
The weapon, nobody understands the weapon. I don't understand what the weapon was. What, the hammer? Yeah, huh?
Heck, you guys! The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking? It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. Yeah, it's definitely not that simple. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably, I mean, the hammer, but that couldn't have been it. Wire on the floor tripped over pillar, chain, pillar fragments, okay. I guess, oops.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of
What
the
are they
crime.
thinking? This pillar, I guess?
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The
I
killer
thought he was
used that
talking about the hammer.
And beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Just getting my time back because that's what makes me lose. The hammer in the tower was the weapon? Like he said, it looks like that's the case, but there's no oil on the hammer. I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer.
she assumed that it was the
Killer
pillar.
used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No, that wasn't it. Okay. What does that have to do with how they beat the crap out of Nekomaru? The hammer's definitely a weapon used. That's it. Yeah. Okay. I guess that wasn't it. When
I
what
guess we
proves
should
it?
figure out the weapon first.
Tipped
The weapon was
over.
right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
Oh, the fact that it was new looking? Is that what I have to
No, the hammer.
shoot at him?
The killer used that and beat the crap out of him.
Okay, it was just the hammer
that's
itself.
wrong.
Got it. So Akane assumed he was talking about the pillar.
No, I can't
Interesting.
accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
But if Akane was the one who set up the
A
crime
lot
scene,
of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right?
I was gonna say if Akane was the one who set up this crime scene, she would have assumed that that Kazuichi was referring to the hammer because she would have placed it there to make it look like the murder weapon. So interesting. Why does she? If she was the killer, why would she not think that Kazuichi was referring to the hammer? Why would she think that he's referring to the pillar?
If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
But they left the hammer there.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta. Also, why is she happy?
Maybe
She's-
gangster?
If anyone,
Me?
she should be the unhappy one here.
Just so y'all
Says
know,
he's here making
I was
jokes.
trying to test you guys. I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Yeah, of course. Of course that's what you were thinking.
Seems that was a waste of time.
But then what was the hammer there for? Somebody had to put it there for a reason, right?
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question too, but also, why was the hammer there? What was the point of the hammer? I don't get
That's the
it.
problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Well, that's obviously not true.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it, Nekomaru's body was the weapon. Yeah, the pillar.
I see.
I see. You do
The only
indeed
thing
see.
with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
I don't think anyone's strong enough to do that, even you, Akane.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
She doesn't understand.
We tried to move it, right?
It's no use. It's barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
What, Nekomaru himself?
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
Yeah, maybe.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even
Then
if
what is she trying to
Nekomaru
say?
could've lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
Then why did she bring it up in the first place? So she wants to say that Nekomaru wouldn't have killed himself, but she also wanted to make it clear that Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar. I don't know what she's trying to say here.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. Yeah, see, this is because this confuses me too. I would normally have thought that maybe it was a suicide if Nagito wasn't the one pushing this agenda. Because he's right, I also noticed it that some of the previous cases were kind of mirroring, just vaguely, some of the murders from the previous game. But, yeah, I don't know. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
No, there is a motive for Nekomaru to have committed suicide. To get us all out of this, this place where we can't eat or anything like that. He could have sacrificed himself again to save everybody so that nobody would have to starve to death. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I really like the way she said that. Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
I might have to go find that voice line and clip it out. And I don't know, I'll use it for something. It's just a great voice line. Yes, for reals.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia,
I don't know
here
why.
I go.
I don't know why, but it was one of my favorite voice lines of the game so far. Having her say for reals. Oh, what are we even talking about? I was too focused on the for reals. The chain. The chain could have allowed her
There's
to
no
tip
need
over,
to lift
right?
that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, Beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Mm-hmm.
They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Oh, are we supposed to... Pillar murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar? Is that really it? I think what we're supposed to be presenting is the fragments that were under Nekomaru's body.
There's
How
no
that could
need
not
to
have been
lift
the
that
case.
pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
There we go.
That's wrong.
Break.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
Yep, so this is just the start of the case, and we're just basically just establishing a lot of the facts that are kind of obvious that we already know. It's probably not going to be until the midway point of the case where we actually start getting into things that I don't understand or and stuff like that. Because this simple stuff is, of course, the simple stuff. But once we get to the halfway point, then that's when I'm going to be concerned.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you
How
gonna
y-
focus
yeah,
on
how
the
did-
pillar?
why
Just
she-
let it go already.
Yeah, she really is focused on the pillar. Why is she so focused on the pillar being the murder weapon? Like, what were her exact words there? If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar? Like, she seems to be absolutely certain that Nekomaru was killed with a pillar. Why?
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed
Why?
by that pillar.
Why are you so positive that the pillar was the murder weapon? Because it had oil on it?
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
That's why are you being so suspicious? What are you talking about? You just have a feeling. So the fact that she's being so suspicious like this makes me believe that she's not at all that she's not actually connected to the murder or anything like that, and that she's innocent. But then why is she being suspicious? And who, like, if it's not Akane and it's not a suicide, then who killed Nekomaru? That I can't understand. I still have no
That's just your instinct.
possible idea.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Another way to use that pillar to kill other than tipping it over onto somebody. Okay, let me think. How could you use the pillar to kill? You could hang somebody on it with a chain, right? That's not, I mean, he was like, had a bunch of chains attached to him, but like, why'd you try to hang a robot? That doesn't make any sense, right? How else could he use a pillar? Could ram somebody into it. I don't know.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
Is he bored?
You guys, the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter.
What are you talking about? We're doing our best here to clear our path to the future. We've been here discussing what the murder weapon could be, and you know, removing possibilities. What do you mean? We're doing our best here. We're making progress. We haven't caught a roadblock yet, and yet now you're here saying like, oh man, you guys suck. You just keep faltering. You can't do anything. When we're doing things right now. What is he talking about? We haven't reached the roadblock yet. I'm sure we will, but
What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
well, I don't intend to fight the Future Foundation. I intend to fight the ultimate despair, but sure.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
And he is talking about like a lunatic. What are you talking about? Wait, hold on. You all... regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you, so I guess I should lend a hand. You're right. I guess Fuyuko's right. Normally he'd be like, "Oh, it's an honor for me to die with all of you," or something like, or trash like me should just go die. Like he would say things like that, right? And he's not. He's saying that he doesn't want to die now. That because he wants to lend a hand. What?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Ignorance is by far the greatest shame. So it's shameful to not know what's going on?
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
No, what he was saying was obviously important. We can't just tone shift away from this. We can't just tone shift away and have Akane just distract us from what he's trying to say here. He's learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame. So what is he referring to there? So one thing that Nagito was ignorant of up until recently was the secret of Strawberry and Grape House, like the way that everything was laid out. Is that the type of ignorance that he's talking about and how it's shameful to not know that? Or is he talking about ignorance of something else? I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to say. I don't get it.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Okay, so the pillar combined with the knowledge of how everything is laid out. The ultimate weapon was just like looking through the window, right? And seeing how everything functioned. I still don't understand that part. Like, because the way I visualized it was, there was the room here, there's the grape house, there's the strawberry house, and off to the side of each is the circular room, right? And the elevator goes like this to go to each side, but then all the circle room has to like translate forward and backwards to... Hold on. I think I need to... Wait, no, I can't. I was gonna say I was gonna tab out and like open up Paint or something like that, or an image editor. The problem is this game does have an issue where it will sometimes randomly crash if you decide to tab out. So I can't do that. So you're just gonna have to deal with my rough visualizations here. But basically, the circle room, right? The circle room is... It's the same circle room in both the grape house and the strawberry house, but it's facing the same direction. That means when you enter it, you're entering it from the same direction, I think. Unless it I don't know. So there's I'm starting from the beginning here again. So there's the grape house and the strawberry house, and the circle room's here. Like, does it go back and forth like this? That way when you enter it from either side, it still looks the same. But then one weird thing about that is that the door on the far end on this side, from one way there is a chain on it, from the other way there's a missing handle on it. So that doesn't make any sense. Like, does the circular room go back and forth but also leave the doors behind? Is that how it works? Or are they on different levels? Is Grape House and Strawberry House actually on different heights? And in addition to be at different, like, it doesn't move up and down? Does that somehow I don't know. I don't get it. I can't explain it without maybe drawing it out, but I can't draw it out because the game won't like it and it might freeze to death, and I don't want that to happen. So we're just gonna have to move on.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
Yeah?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
And he's not gonna tell us, I'm sure.
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
What do you mean? Everyone else has seen it? The ultimate weapon? Sakura. Sakura is the other person who would be strong enough to maybe use that pillar as a weapon. Or to kill Nekomaru. What if the Sakura in the main hall was holding her hand up like this? And I remember that. And she seemed like the Sakura in the main hall was supposed to be holding something. Holding the hammer. Maybe the Sakura in the main hall is the murderer. Or something like that, right? Maybe it's like a robot? Or yeah, maybe my theory now is the Sakura in the main hall had that hammer, and that Sakura in the main hall was able to come to life and attack Nekomaru. I unironically think that's what the actual solution is.
We've seen it?
Yeah, we have seen it. We have all seen the statue of Sakura. And I mean, I could say I didn't think anything of it, but no, I did think anything of it. That's why I remember it now.
That's right. You've seen it clearly.
Okay, I'm sure you don't know what he's talking about, Gundam.
Because I, the one who has claimed dominion, am the ultimate weapon.
You're right, Gundam. You are. You are very cool.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory.
Okay, why are those yellow? Why are these keywords?
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
Uh-huh.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
It's nice. Sonya's playing into this.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the Funhouse.
Now I'm worried that either Sonya or Gundam is going to die, since they've got like a ship going on between them.
Huh? The secret of the Funhouse?
Probably both of them will die.
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Let me reread that line just once. We need to first solve the secret of the Funhouse. Okay, yeah, that's all he said.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Hmm? What do you mean? Are you trying to diss us? Is that what it is? You're supposed to be the symbols of hope except for Hajime. Oh yeah, because he's saying that we're like different from everybody else. We're like a reserve student.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the Funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the Funhouse.
That's what I was thinking was the layout, but I still can't wrap my head around that.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
Uh-huh. So at least we've got a visualization here, but I feel like you rotate the red side 180 degrees, and then put it below the green side. That's how it actually looks.
But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
But there isn't actually just one central tower. Or at least it's a moving central tower if there is just one.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the Funhouse.
Sonya has some strange lines, but I like it.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Who is she trying to imitate? I don't think there's anybody here who speaks that way, is there? I like it though. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. There's multiple things that contradict it. Broken doorknob, for example.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the Funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
No, that doesn't
And
matter.
the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Okay, none of that seemed too relevant. This whole time we've been thinking that two towers are the same building, but that was the only mystery. There's no way Nagito would mention it here. Okay,
In
did I?
truth,
What did I
Strawberry
miss?
Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Oh, wrong one. Okay, I guess that was not it. It wasn't the doorknob. But one of them is missing a doorknob, one isn't, so I don't get that. Okay. So I guess that wasn't it.
In truth, Strawberry Tower
What
and
was...
Grape Tower.
Okay, Strange Feeling and Tower is not a great name for a clue. What does that actually mean again? Oh, the placements is the same. Yeah, that's the weird part. The fact that it's called Strange Feeling and Tower is what's confusing.
No, that's wrong.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What? Your kingdom destroyed our homeland? What are you talking about? Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland? Huh? I don't get it. Her kingdom destroyed our homeland? When, what is he trying to refer to? What kind of joke is he trying to make here? Both these towers, are they really the same place? Yeah, I don't know what she's trying to say here. But one thing I will say is, that sounds like some kind of weird joke that Junko would make. Just saying. She does have the same hair color. Does have kind of similar eyes.
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
It's the kind of character that Junko would play, too.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall.
Uh-huh.
But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
Yep. So unless the whole thing rotates, the center part rotates. But then we also know that the elevator rotates 180 degrees. That's the thing. So because we know that the elevator rotates 180 degrees, we can confidently say, I think, that the red part of that building needs to be rotated 180 degrees as well. And if that's the case, it means either the red part is like overlaid on top of the green part and like just on a different height, in which case the yellow part goes up and down. But of course each part is 3 floors, so that kind of confuses those matters. Or they're side by side and the yellow part moves left and right. Those are the only possibilities I can think of.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
It's never simple in this game, is it?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Oh! Bow down, you say.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
While we were moving from Grape
Yeah,
Tower
that would
to
make sense. And it
Strawberry
would have to
Tower,
be exact, and they would also have to move the pillar.
we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it.
Okay. Is that you?
Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Okay, rebuttal showdown. I think I have stuff to help with this now. Pillar fragments. Tipped over pillar. New looking hammer. Chain. Broken doorknob is what I'm maybe thinking. Or no, oil on the floor. You'd have to move that
There
too.
are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
As expected of a princess, she's overcoming my arguments with great confidence. I need to counter her remarks and wait for an opportunity to
There are
refute her.
many different ways.
Okay. I think am I doing this wrong?
The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
And then I'm out. I still don't get this part.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar
Oh,
could have been
I missed
moved.
one. I think that means I fail.
The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
I'm out. Okay. I think I have to
There
just
are
not
many
miss.
different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Okay, we actually got it that time. Advance!
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The
Yeah.
pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
I think this.
Through those words.
Okay, I did it right. I'm really surprised I actually got it right.
Moving the body and pillar is possible. It
Okay.
would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Yeah, that would have been really tricky. I mean, I wouldn't say it's impossible because Monokuma is pretty ridiculous with the amount of things that Monokuma can do, especially in this world, apparently. So it wouldn't be too surprising if Monokuma was able to do that. I mean, just consider how well Monokuma cleaned up the crime scene in the first Danganronpa game after people died. It was always spotless afterwards. So
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
now the fact that we had to like do that whole rebuttal showdown with Sonya is a bit concerning. Also, the fact that she wants to push the fact that I don't know. It seems like she's trying to maybe C also did the dead room and figured out the secret, and maybe she's the killer and she's trying to hide that by like misleading us. That's a possibility, but I hope that's not the case because I do like Sonya.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
Or they are, but they move
Hmm.
in a weird way.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Hmm.
Oh, oh! It's you!
No idea, huh?
Yeah, we ran right up against the wall. Or a gate, I should say. Just won't budge. The mystery ties into the secret of the Funhouse. We don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
That was quite a pause you put there.
Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the Funhouse.
We're relying on Nagito way too much in this case. Way too much.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Is he testing us? Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
Yeah, true.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
But he performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about, yeah, the life-threatening game, tampering with the crime scene, Monokuma Tai Chi? He's the only one who took part in Monokuma Tai Chi. Investigation Strawberry House, yeah, it's this one.
I see.
You're talking about the final dead room, right?
I know some of those options that you pick can have like funny responses sometimes. So it's kind of a shame that I can't just like go through them because I'll lose HP. I mean, I guess I could because I can always recover it later, but...
You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Yeah, we already got that point.
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Oh, is he actually gonna show us?
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved the small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture. Oh, we're actually gonna see it.
Let me explain it to you again.
Okay, before you explain it to us again, let's look here. So we've got the tower. And we've got a pathway leading to the tower. And it's actually a very tall pathway. And you'll notice that there's a separator in the middle. That would seem to imply that what I said is correct. That the red and the green areas are actually stacked on top of each other. And the entryway leading to them goes straight to the central room. And the central room is an elevator that goes up and down depending on... Yeah, it goes up and down. That's what this picture seems to imply. But then the question becomes, how come the strawberry and grape houses have more floors higher up? Because let's say that the strawberry house was the one on the bottom there. So the strawberry pathway would take you to the central area on the bottom part. Well, then what about the higher floors of strawberry house? They would intersect with the grape house's entryway there. So there must be something else going on.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room.
So maybe there's one way that this could work. Are the staircases abnormally long in Strawberry and Grape House? That I don't actually know. I wasn't paying enough attention. But if the staircases actually in both Strawberry House and in Grape House, if they both go up 2 floors, this could actually work. Like Strawberry House floor 1, and then Grape House floor 1, Strawberry House floor 2, Grape House floor 2, Strawberry House floor 3, Grape House floor 3. That's how they could be stacked. And the staircases could skip floors every single time. And by that, it would actually work. Yes, it would actually work that way. And then the elevator that goes 180 degrees would go 180... Wait, yeah, the 180 degrees thing is the part I still don't understand. Because if the places are stacked on top of each other, then the elevator rotating 180 degrees wouldn't make any sense.
But don't you think it's weird?
Or would it? Would it make sense? The elevator would still be rotating 180 degrees, but it would also have to go to the opposite side of the... I don't know how that would work.
Funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking. Then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture?
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
I agree, it is thinking time. So, let's see if we can extract any more information from that picture, because there's one other detail I noticed. And that is that picture was taken from what would appear to be the second floor. So that means that that was taken from, what was the entrance to the dead room? I think it was Grape House, right? So Grape House's first floor is actually the second floor. I don't know if that will be the relevant detail, but that's something to keep in mind, if that's correct. Yeah, see? This is taken from the second floor. And the dead room was supposed to be on the first floor. I mean, there's lots of things.
Here! You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken
Yep.
from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange.
So the first floor is
This
the
photo
second
doesn't
floor.
look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
So I'm actually surprised that they're bringing up this detail, because this is a detail that I only thought of later. Was that it was, oh, this picture was taken from the second floor. The immediate issue is that there's no second part that after the fact that there's 2 levels to the entryway, and also there isn't like a second part after the cylinder.
I see. And is that it?
Like I said, there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo. Which means there are other contradictions contained in it. Oh, we're gonna select more. Good. Okay, so that makes sense. What doesn't make sense in this picture? The fact that there's nothing back here.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle.
Okay, no, the dead room is in Strawberry House. Okay, so Strawberry House is the second floor. Grape House is the first floor. Unless they're both stacked, unless they're both, because one's an octagon, one's a square, right? Maybe they're just side by side. No, it still wouldn't make sense, because we see the fact that there's 2 levels to the entryway to the cylinder.
Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
Uh-huh.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
Mm-hmm.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Well, I mean, that might be true, but that's not the relevant point here. So what does this tell us? What does this tell us about the murder, specifically? Because this is cool to know, right? The way that everything is laid out. How does this affect the murder? How does this affect the murder? And how does this affect how they're, like, teleporting from place to place? I don't really know. I don't know how the teleporting works still. Is there a way that the murderer could have used that detail, though? So the center part is an elevator that goes up and down. Yeah, I don't know enough yet.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
This is not a simple mystery.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact
Really
that
out
you
of
don't
disdain.
have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
What? I mean, Nagito has always been talking about how he himself doesn't have any talent, how he's worthless. Is he just being all high and mighty because he's now finally found somebody as worthless as himself or something? Or, I don't know. You already know about the other clue. What other clue? The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Oh, about the suicide? Oh, no, the teleporting.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
Hmm.
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Hmm. So he was on second floor of Grape House, he says? Hold up. So if he's on the second floor of Grape House, Strawberry House is the one above. Okay, so then that means that he would have come from the second floor of Strawberry House?
Top floor. So the third floor?
No, the second floor of Strawberry House is where he came from. Which is actually the fourth floor, I think?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
What is on the second floor of Strawberry House? I don't remember. Is that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the Funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Logic dive! Oh, here we go. Vroom vroom. Whee! Just dodge through all the obstacles. Oh! What? That wasn't fair. That wasn't fair. Ugh. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? I mean, obviously. Obviously they exist. What are you talking about? Wah! Okay. This is being sneaky now. Ah! Ugh! Okay, come on now. It really doesn't want me to go fast, but I want to go fast. Come on now. He's being mean. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? They're the same building. What? Careful. No, I wasn't able to jump fast enough. This again. Jump, jump, slow down. Okay. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other? Vertically. I thought it was horizontally initially, but it's clearly vertically. There we go. Alrighty.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, it is all coming together, I agree.
I know the secret of the Funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Mm-hmm.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different three-story buildings. They're actually one six-story building?
Yep.
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture,
Very interesting
it's clear where
layout, by the
Strawberry
way.
House is located.
Where is Strawberry House located? Wait, only the floors above or only the floors below? That's confusing, but I guess it has to be below. Wait, no, above Grape House, right? Because he was in Strawberry and he saw a thing below.
I see. On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located.
But not the entire thing, right? I would think it does like the skip floors kind of thing, because they both have upper floors to their parts. Like, what?
Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the fourth floor above Grape House.
Really? Okay, I guess I was wrong.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Oh, I see. So that whole central pillar thing, it actually just extends all the way. Like, it extends a whole 4 floors down the central, like, pathway. So there's like at the 4th floor there's a pathway, and at the 1st floor there's also a pathway. I guess that's how it is?
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
So what?
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it?
I see, so it was like that.
Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the Funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Okay, Kumad? Don't say that again, please.
Don't you think a
I don't
building
think-
full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
I don't think anybody wants you to Kuma. All right,
Then
move on.
it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
How is that how horrible? Of all the bad things that Monokuma has done, constructing a building is what you're gonna get mad at him
And what
for?
about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building.
Or more precisely, like an
Just
elevator.
like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House.
I like that we're getting a diagram for this. It's very helpful.
Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
See, I still feel like it would have been more clever if the floors had like interweaved with each other, where the staircases were just so long that it was the stacking idea that I was talking about. I think my idea is a little bit more cool, but this makes sense too.
Aw, your precious
Just saying.
babies don't
I think
know.
my idea is
But
cooler.
It's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Being rejected.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Really wants his senpai to notice you, but not gonna happen. Sorry, Kazuichi. All right. Crap. What are we talking about? I guess we're gonna see.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
No. Oops, I
You mean a fake
lost a
body?
bunch of money, or a bunch of time there.
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
No.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair, you totally stole my spotlight.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up, just pick one of them.
Alright, that's not the case. A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed? Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? But is something like that even possible?
I'm gonna
No.
solve this mystery in a flash.
Broken doorknob.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers.
Oh, what was Monokuma file saying? His body was discovered in Grape Tower. Uh-huh. Oh. He's shut down. There's the good night button. What was the chain about? Hold up. Chain wrapped around the handles of the door. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is here.
Was actually a dummy.
What was the wire? He was tied up. Tied in a loop. I mean, that's a lot of suspicious stuff, but I don't know what specifically contradicts the fact that there were two bodies. Because it's just
You
kind
mean
of
a
obvious
fake
that
body?
that wasn't the case.
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair, you totally stole my spot.
So which one was the fake
Shut up, just pick one of them.
Okay, there's not that many things to attack
I'm gonna
here.
solve this mystery in a flash.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
So a dummy? That's probably the one I
You
have to
mean a
shoot.
fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Mechanical
It should
body.
be possible-
There's only two
No fair,
things they can
so
shoot at.
which one? Shut up, just pick one of them.
So I could also do a flashback, right? But I don't think a flashback is going to help here either. Because they were talking specifically about how it should be possible with like enough parts to make another mechanical body, but what contradicts it? Let me see. What else do I have again?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
The pillar, maybe?
Then hurry up, dumbass!
Because who
One of
could
the
have
bodies
recreated
in one
that
of the
too?
towers was actually a dummy.
And what about the pillar? You can have a dummy pillar too?
Damn it! I'm
Okay, I
gonna
guess
solve
not.
This mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up,
The
dumbass!
chain? I think the chain was like one of Nekomaru's
One of
things,
the
right?
bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Okay, we've reached the point where I don't know what I'm talking about.
Damn it!
We have now reached that point in the
I'm
trial.
gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Let's heal up.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
Broken doorknob?
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Nope, that wasn't it either. Okay.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Monokuma file?
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in was actually a dummy.
Nope, okay, so none of this matters. All of this is incorrect.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
The night button?
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
I don't think that, oh, no, why did I do that? No, okay, so it's not the dummy one.
Damn it!
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Wire,
Then
tipped over
hurry up,
pillar,
dumbass!
chain,
One of the bodies in one of the towers
broken
was
doorknob,
actually a dummy.
Monokuma
You mean
file.
a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Yeah, he did. What does that have to do with anything?
It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
Ah, I'm losing time
Magnificent, Gundam!
from dumb mistakes.
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
Let me check the Monokuma file again. Body was discovered. His head was damaged. Detachable limbs. Maybe it's the Monokuma file?
And hurry up! One of the bodies was actually a...
You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
No, that wasn't it either. Alright, I might fail here.
I'm gonna
Because
solve
I
this
am
mystery in a
not
flash.
sure.
Hurry up, dumbass!
Monokuma file, wire.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
The night button?
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Yes, it's true. Is it a flashback?
It should be possible to construct a
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! So which one? Shut up! Just pick one of them.
I don't know. I'm gonna try a flashback, but I don't think
I'm
this is
gonna
it.
solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Okay, no, that wasn't it. So I think I failed here.
Damn it!
So that's unfortunate.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a
What? I don't get it. So, I mean, a mechanical body, yes, that's true. There's nothing I can do to say that it wasn't a mechanical body. I mean, it was. And for the dummy thing, I already threw everything at him, right? I don't think there was anything missing. Except maybe the goodnight button?
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a
Did I do this
dummy.
one yet? No, okay, I guess I did.
Damn it!
Okay, so none of that matters, and now I failed. There we go, time's up. I was hoping this wouldn't happen, but I've ran into the wall now. Yep, the same dialogue as before. We failed the other times. And we are the blackened, of course.
This is my...
Yes, I would like to retry.
We will never give up!
Never give up. Never surrender. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I'll get back to you guys when I actually get it right.
Was actually a dummy.
Ah!
No,
Was
that's
strange
wrong.
feeling in tower again? Okay.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
But we didn't give him Kazuichi's account. Or you mean what he just said? No, it could be what he just said. What do you mean Kazuichi's account? What we threw at him was, instead, suspicious feeling. We threw suspicious feeling at the fact that he wasn't a dummy. What? Regardless of whether you enter strawberry or grape, the placement is the same. Oil stains and disassembled parts look exactly the same. I mean, okay. Yeah, so the way that we refuted the fact that it was a dummy was the fact that it's identical, not just kind of similar. The thing that keeps throwing me off is the fact that it's just called Strange Feeling in Tower. But oh well. Alright, moving on.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
I guess? Be kind of convoluted.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Or you could have done that to avoid suspicion, but sure.
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
It's disappointing. What? You thought you were getting close to the killer? to finding out who it was?
I'm even more disappointed.
You're doomed, Kazuichi. You just give up.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
Well, the floor moved to a different floor. It's an elevator. It's not that
You
complicated.
can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
This is one of the simplest parts of the mystery. Device like that. Device to transport things to different floors in the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. I wonder what it could be. An escalator. Clearly an escalator. No, actually it's a pulley system called an elevator. Alright, yeah. E is correct. How do I do this again? Like that, right. There we go. Easy.
I got it!
Very simple one. Very obvious one.
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
The whole thing.
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator.
And that does explain why it was so important that we couldn't see the ceiling, so that we couldn't tell how much of a difference the distance to the ceiling was.
So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Yeah, so this is a weird thing too. The fact that the doors are different, I still haven't been able to fully understand that. I'm expecting that the doors stay behind as the floor moves upwards, but there's no seams. There's no seams or gaps that could be seen as far as I could tell. Like even in this picture right here, you can't see any weird seams that it would show that it would leave the door behind. Because there would have to be a gap between the door and the floor to let the handles go past and stuff like that.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Well, for the sake of the illusion. That's what they change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
That's a weird thing. So somebody who didn't know about the secret put those chains there. And the person who had chains around their body was Nekomaru. Pretty sure.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
And those are doors to nothing.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Huh? That's a random thing to say.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
It's all on the floor. The things that didn't change when we moved between the towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing that these all have in common, they were all on the floor.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
Yeah, what's with the
On
and?
the far back door change. If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer.
I mean, it's a different door, obviously. The floor moves, the doors stay. The only thing I don't understand is how do the doorknobs not break off when the door moves up and down? And how do we not ever see like a seam
The reason is
where the doors
because
are?
that elevator has something unique about it.
What, does it rotate or spin or something like that? No, it can't, because if it did, then we wouldn't see it from the same perspective. Only the floor moves.
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
I mean, I thought that was kind of obvious, but it's alright.
Only the floor moved?
Yeah.
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was.
I mean, they even showed that in the animation that they played before even asking this question.
That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
Yep.
Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Yep.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
Nowhere. A brick wall.
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
Ask Monokuma, he's the one who built it.
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Well, Monokuma designed this specifically so that the murderer would have, so that whoever beat like the final dead room would have this information and be able to use it to help commit murder and get away with it. So it was meant to be confusing.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Oh, I guess Monami was the one who made this funhouse in the first place, and Monokuma is the one who messed it up.
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
No. What?
Wait, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way,
Agreed.
what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
That's also confusing. Like I said, I think it's Nekomaru's chain?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
But it doesn't do anything.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
I guess? But we couldn't what? But we couldn't enter there because the other elevator was broken. What do you mean because of that chain we thought we couldn't enter there? Huh? I don't understand what he's saying. Wait, let me reread this. It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far away from Strawberry Tower as possible. But there's no way that... Why would we think we could get through there anyways? Like, even without the chain, we wouldn't have been able to get through there. That doesn't make any sense. What Nagito is saying doesn't make sense. Even if the killer did not put a chain on that doorway, even if we tried to open it, we would find that it does not open. And we still wouldn't be able to get over to Strawberry House because the other elevator was broken. So that doesn't make any sense. like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Oh, is that why? I forget which side had the broken button. Was it Grape House's side? I guess it was Grape House's side that had the button that was broken, so... Okay. I see. So, they broke the button. Whoever broke the button also put the chain, so that even if they fixed the button, so that they wouldn't decide to try to fix the button because the chain was still there? Is that what they're trying to say? So whoever put the chain there did know about the secret. The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the Funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
I don't get it. What contradiction do you mean? The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. Oh, okay, so they're just trying to, basically they're saying they tried to break the tower so that we wouldn't find out the things that we're finding out now.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth.
I mean, we did discover the truth, but it was only thanks to Nagito.
The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Okay. And
They
prevent us from
destroyed the button
using
and
the
wrapped chain around
the
the door
middle
just for
elevator.
that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Apparently, I don't know exactly how yet, but apparently it's important how the murder was committed.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transfer?
It's a
us
vertical
from one
elevator?
house to
How
the
is that
other?
confusing? The only thing I don't understand is the whole 180 degrees thing. I don't think. Do I understand it? Yeah, I still don't understand it. Because it means that the doorways were on like opposite sides. I see. Now that you mentioned it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
Yeah.
But does this reflect reality?
No.
Inside
True.
Grape House,
But it does go
Grape
180
Hall is
degrees.
on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower.
No, it means that the doorways to the elevator are on opposite sides, or are facing opposite directions, which is really confusing. But I don't know exactly how that geometry works out. But it's still possible.
Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. Mm-hmm. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. Could it be offset a little bit? Like maybe there's the octagon part and then there's the square part on top of it, right? Could it actually be offset a little bit so that the elevator shaft goes in between them and they're like not actually, like they're not stacked directly on top of each other, they're actually slightly askew. And that would mean that the entrances to the cylinder part are actually kind of diagonal as well. How can I break through this contradiction? It's possible. It's possible that it's slightly askew. And that would still work. Akane for Yuhiko's account, I think is what we need, right?
If the two...
What was Akane's account? The 530. And Yuhiko's was... Saw Nekomaru, that's not it. Contact elevator. It was broken. What was the... What was the thing with the 180 degrees, though? Do we not have that as a clue? I guess we don't.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Yeah.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
So Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but... Is that really correct?
If the two houses are connected vertically...
Are Sonya and Gundam working together or something?
The elevator
On this
should
murder?
move.
Vertically,
Akane,
not horizontally.
Yuhiko.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Towers are in opposite directions. Rumbling noise at 530. Pillar. Nekomaru. Broken elevator. Okay, it's Kazuichi's account. Wait, did I just read it wrong? Hold on.
Which means
Fuyuhiko's
your
account. Oh,
reasoning-
there's Fuyuhiko's and
It's clearly
Kazuichi's. For some reason, I missed that.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Okay, we got it.
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Actually, it rotates too.
No, that's wrong.
So it's not wrong. It does move vertically, but it also rotates.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
Yep. So how are they gonna visualize this? Yeah, it would have to do some
Probably
weird stuff
following
like
the
that.
building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
That's a really weird, like, pathing for the elevator. That's why I was like, that would be very bizarre. That's why I thought it made more sense if maybe the top portion there was more offset, so that it had less distance to move. But I guess it's not. It's just the elevator moved in a bizarre pattern.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
We are at an amusement park. What are you talking about?
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Yeah.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
No, I think it is splendid. It is splendid.
You say
Pretty neat.
I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
Good point. Good point.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff.
Yeah, how does this actually relate to the murder? I still don't know.
What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Can I? What an octagon means. Okay.
I see!
8-sided shape.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect you to know that. For
Well,
a
I mean, it's in the
substitute
name
reserve
of
course
octagon
student,
is
you're quite
octo is
knowledgeable.
8.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
That would be Grape House, I guess? Well, no, it can't be because it's not an octagon either. It's probably... what are you talking about? This is not an octagon, so... He said he found it at the octagon. I don't know what you're talking about. No, yeah, it's 6-sided. But that pauses the timer. Thank goodness. That's what I was hoping for. It pauses the timer. So where is a spot with 8 sides? The cylinder? Like, if it was coarse enough, you could consider it 8-sided, but that's not the case. What part is 8-sided? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Is that what he's talking about? The part of Strawberry House with the yellow part sticking out of it is... No, that's the elevator, so that doesn't make sense. The octagon. I don't know what he's talking about, actually. Eight sides, 8 sides. Where's a part here with 8 sides? 1, 2, 3. Because you can think about it, like, technically it's all connected, right? So it's hard to even know where a thing ends and where it begins. Like, if you consider this whole thing a shape, then it has more than 8 sides, obviously. Or if you consider the bottom floor of Strawberry House there, including the elevator, a shape, then that has 8 sides. So I don't know what it is. I'm gonna think about this for a little bit. Okay, I actually have no idea. Not the slightest clue, so I'm just gonna click this. The elevator's the octagon? Huh? Why?
Crap!
Okay, that's not it either. Alright, cylinder then. Oh, the octagon is inside the tower, but the tower is circular? If you add enough sides, it's an octagon is circular. It's just not an octagon anymore. Okay. This part?
Crap! Crap!
Nope. Crap is right. I really don't know. I clicked everything.
Crap! Crap!
This is not good.
Crap!
I don't know what I'm clicking on anymore. There's nothing left to click. Crap is right. I agree, Hajime. I clicked everything. Didn't I? Octagon. So is there like maybe an angle that you would look at all this and view it as an octagon? If you view it from the top, it's a cylinder and then a rectangle, and then it's just a hexagon. If you look at it from this side, there's still no octagons. You look at it from the other side, there's still it's just a square. I can't think of a way you would look at it where it would become an octagon. So I'm doomed. I'm doomed. All right, I'm just gonna.
Crap!
Gonna use up the last of my. Oh no, I'm dead. Yeah. All right. Well, I failed for the second time. Is that a new record? Failing twice in one trial? I think it might be. Not too surprising, considering this trial has been the most the one I've least understood so far.
We'll never give up.
There comes back my giant health bar. So I'm just gonna have to guess here. A place befitting of the name Octagon. Is it way back here?
Crap!
No. Is it? Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Crap!
Is it at the bottom of the tower?
Crap!
No. Is it second floor of Strawberry House?
Crap!
Is it right there? What?
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Yes, he is. That's what I was expecting he was talking about, but how was what I selected the final dead room? How was what I just selected the final dead room? I don't know, but apparently what I just selected was the final dead room. Alright then.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the four-sided
Yes, why is
strawberry
that
house
place
on
the
top of
octagon?
Six-sided grape house?
Uh-huh. Yes.
If you cut a four-sided shape out of a six-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Okay. I guess that's true. I mean, that's kind of how I was trying to think about it with the elevator, right? The elevator adding some sides to the shape, and that's why I picked the elevator. So I guess that's not far off from like my reasoning that I was picking for some of my wrong options, but how was what I clicked on the answer? I guess it's because the octagon surrounds the first floor of Strawberry House? I guess so. Okay.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room.
Yep.
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
The true identity? By true identity, you mean Sakura.
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the
No.
Funhouse.
Okay, the funhouse itself is a weapon? What do you mean?
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomala.
Does it have like traps or something?
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill, making use of the building structure.
Okay.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular
Okay, but
crime.
how specifically did they use the building as a weapon? There's this
Truly
craziness.
deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? Unless by the Funhouse he means like a robotic Sakura. And who is the killer who did that? Suspended. Oh, we're at the halfway point. Or is it even halfway? I don't know. Intermission at least. Why, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. What? I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slanders. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monami is a serious stuffatly? Stuffatly? What? What? That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stuffatly? Huh. Stupid and fat? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know how to I don't know how to say TSK. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be ta-da! Stuffatly. Oh, okay. What? There's a fat hidden in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious Stuffatly.
Well, I mean, thanks for the new word, Monokuma. Truly a wonderful intermission we got there, as always. Top tier halftime entertainment from Monokuma.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
Okay, what's your point?
Yeehaw!
Yeah!
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
That's okay, my computer's not running on batteries. It's connected to an outlet.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm remembering to save frequently.